Clearly not. Arguably, on paper, it didn't quite sell what was going to happen, Jules, but in the end, you could argue this is the best game we've seen so far.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought it was outstanding from start to finish. This Georgia team, for their first ever Euros, to play like they did, okay, they play very deep because they don't have players as good as Turkey or obviously other countries. But then when they have the ball, they try to play their goal. They move the ball so well. It's a really good team, collective goal. And the finish by Mikotadze is great, who's half French, by the way. That's also why he's so good. But then I really thought they played with so much heart. They were well organised. And then this Turkey side has a lot of talent. And we're not sure about Vincenzo Montella. He's under pressure because they didn't really play well going into this tournament. But Arda Güler, the goal, I mean, the first goal already, the volley is great. But the Arda Güler goal is incredible. He's 19. This is his first big tournament, first debut in a big tournament. To score that goal, the curler with his left foot, incredible. And then not long after, to be the one making the defensive tackle to prevent Georgia to score their second goal. After another amazing move by them and individual moment of brilliance too, was just incredible. And he's 19 years old. He's so good. And I thought that was outstanding. 35 shots in that game, the most than in any game so far in the tournament.
Which was the better of the Turkey goals for you, Ali?
I'm going to say Arda Güler.
Who's had an interesting first season at Real Madrid, because a lot of hype when he joined, obviously picked up an injury early on and then struggled to really make an impact. But we have seen glimpses in those final round of matches what this guy has.
One of the players that benefited the most from the fact that Real Madrid won the league as early as they did was Arda Güler, because as we remember, Carlo Ancelotti was rotating players in and out in preparation for the Champions League final. Well, in that rotation of players in and out, Arda Güler was getting more minutes, and every time he played, he was scoring goals. So this is what we know from him. When he's on the field, he scores goals. Now, not this kind of goal, not every day, but what a goal it was. And to give some credit to Vincenzo Montella, in making it's a tiny adjustment with the position of Arda Güler in the second half towards the end of the game, in which he brought him off the line, more of an inside position, sort of off the wing, inside, so that he's actually getting on the end of that ball as it pops out, and then he's able to drive in and hit the shot in the manner in which he did. Outstanding goal, outstanding game.
Yeah. I
don't think we would have expected to be as such. And if you're Georgia, man, there were chances for you late. Yeah. And I know that Turkey, for the most part, were the better team, and I know that they had chances themselves. But there were a couple of opportunities really late. The combination play that they had that ends up in them hitting the crossbar was outstanding. And then the goal line clearance in the whatever it was, 92nd minute or so, that was another yet outstanding play from Georgia, unable to capitalize. It looks at 3-1, and you kind of go, if you didn't watch the game, well, Turkey must have dominated. They dominated, but it wasn't a 3-1 game.
This is fun, wasn't it?
It's a great game. Great game, end to end. Two good sides, not amazing sides, but two sides that are willing just to, just play and get rid of the leash and just play football and just have a really good go. And crosses, as Ali said, the 3-1 maybe flattered Turkey a little bit because they scored in the 97th minute. Out of the two goals, just to be controversial, I mean, it's one of them where Güler's goal is great, but I'll take the other one, Mulder. Just because of the technique with the outside the right foot, the sort of precision with the strike into the stanchion. But it was one of these games where you just wanted more. Just keep on playing because it was a sensational game to watch.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how this sets the tone for Turkey going forward, Shaq.
Yeah, and for Georgia. And as I was saying before, coming into a tournament and first game nerves, etc., but they just played with an openness that I thought was absolutely fantastic. And now you sit back wondering, how are we bottom of this group? How didn't we get anything out of it? And in truth be told, kind of given how that game panned out, you continue to play as openly as you did, because I like everybody else thought, they really equipped themselves well. But to the point coming in with Montella and kind of Turkey's poor form coming in, you get that win. Now what? Now how do you handle the balance of the group? You see what Portugal do. Portugal are favoured to finish top of the group. How do you manage these next two games? And that's a big ask. For Georgia, you're playing with house money. Just continue entertaining. Nobody's expecting an awful lot. And that's a great position for them to be in. Pressure's on Turkey here.
And just a minor criticism of Georgia here. You're losing the game 2-1, and I understand why is it that you're sending Mamardashvili up, right? I get it, and the mindset is we're going to go tie this game. But in being the first game of the tournament, there is something to be said about damage limitation. Losing 2-1 and losing 3-1 may be the difference between you being one of the best.
If it could be 2-2,
part of the charm.
Could be 2-2. You could have got the equaliser.
That's part of the charm. That's the charm of Georgia.
Right. So if indeed they're out of it because of one goal difference, hey,
Ali, come on.
You gotta be able to play the big picture. You gotta play the big picture. Did it work out? Did it work out? No, it didn't.
No, that's part of the charm.
What if it did?